Hello, Mr. Gollnisch. So you're one of the most important patriotic politicians in the EU Parliament. Can you introduce yourself?
Well, my name is Bruno Gollnisch. I'm elected from France, and more precisely from Eastern France, which is my vast constituency. And I've been a member of this parliament for the past 18 years. Basically, I'm a lawyer and a scholar also. I devoted my life to the study of Far Eastern languages and civilizations, especially Japan. And I was a professor at the University of Lyon for Japanese language and civilization, and especially comparative and international law, mainly focusing on the Far Eastern legal system.
So, to remind our viewers, we are the EU Parliament, and you just created a EU Parliament group
Yes.
for patriotics Europe-wide. Can you?
Yes, exactly. I am a member of the Front National in France, whose well-known president is Jean-Marie Le Pen, and we succeeded very recently in rebuilding a political group in this European Parliament, whose name is ITS, Identity, Tradition, Sovereignty, which is in itself is a program. This group gathers the 7 members belonging to the Front National from France, 3 from the Vlaams Belang in Flanders and northern Belgium, 2 Italians, Mr. Romagnoli and Mrs. Mussolini, 1 Bulgarian from the party Ataka, Mr. Stoyanov, and 5 members from Romania, and 1 British member, Mr. Ashley Mott. I think it is a small group, just the minimum number for the time being of members, but it has been a very important political event, apparently, because our enemies are apparently very much afraid of such a group of patriots within the European Parliament.
So, Mr. Gollnisch, we all know that the EU and especially France are lecturing the whole world about democracy, and yet at the same time, when you created your Parliament group, you have been sentenced to a suspended jail sentence of 3 months and a huge fine because you suggested that historians should be free to debate history. Can you tell us a little bit more about this?
Yes, I was, as it sometimes happens, submitted to questions, sometimes very aggressive, from I think from journalists whose intentions were not always fair, about what happened in World War II, about so-called negationism, about concentration camps, about extermination camps, about gas chambers, about the difference between concentration camps and extermination camps, about the Nuremberg trial, and so on. And as I perfectly realized that they wanted to cheat me, I just answered that this debate, namely the debate opened by their questions, belong to historians. And what is absolutely crazy is that I have been put to trial and condemned, but I lodged an appeal, so this is not, it is not definite, final decision. Yes. Just because I pronounced the word debate, and that it's supposed that these questions should not be subjected to debate, which is worse than medieval
witch hunt.
Yes, Inquisition, because you could at least discuss about theological matters, and even if you pronounce some heresy, you were not condemned the first time. And furthermore, in medieval times, what you were compelled to believe, to profess, to state, was very clearly expressed. For example, you have to believe in one God, in three persons, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, for example. This was very precise. In this case, it's pure arbitrarian, and you don't know exactly where is the limit between what you are allowed to state and not. I must say that the association of the former detainees in the camp of Auschwitz and other camps withdrew from the trial because they felt that there were no serious charges against me. And also the association, the Union of Jewish Students in France, and also another association, I don't remember the name. Oh yes, the International League Against Anti-Semitism also withdrew from the process. In spite of this, I've been condemned in what I think, and not only me, because there are 200 esteemed lawyers, including retired judges, who supported me officially, and the former Prime Minister, Mr. Barr, the former Prime Minister of France, who was not a member of the same political party than me, very recently defended my person, and for this reason, he in his turn is accused of anti-Semitism, which is this process of demonization is absolutely stupid and crazy, and I think that people are fed up with that.
Mr. Gollnisch, this raises two questions. First of all, if you had an opinion about these historical matters which actually don't even concern France whatsoever, you should be entitled to have these opinions without being prosecuted. Secondly, as a member of parliament, you should have immunity from prosecution. So how come you are still being prosecuted?
Well, it seems that there is a very variable, can I put that in English, changing definition of this parliamentary immunity. It will be supported in cases when it is a member that belonging to the majority of this parliament. When you are deemed to be politically incorrect, it seems that you enjoy absolutely no protection whatsoever, which is absolutely unfair and unequal and discriminatory, obviously. But, this doesn't prevent, I think, people who are fed up with this feeling of guiltiness that is compulsory now in the Western world, and who want to gather and raise and just defend peacefully, legally, their own national identity, which every people have the right to do.
Now there's another matter right now, is the election, the presidential election in France, and it has been very unfair. I mean, your chairman, Mr. Le Pen, had almost 20% 5 years ago, and now he's credited with 14%, but we know that the polls are never correct in his case. We can reasonably think he would get more than 20% again, and yet he may not be allowed to be a candidate whatsoever. So could you tell us more, could you explain to our international viewers how things are happening and what is really going on right now?
Yes, well, this makes France very much looking like a banana republic, you know, because if such things would happen in any African, Asian or Latin American country, this country will be accused in this parliament, the European Parliament, you know, of not respecting the rights of the minority, of being non-democratic. It is a matter of fact that to be